Welcome, Saints Nation. Thank you for bearing with us as we took a little bit to get started here, but Buffalo's got everything underway now, so we are good to go. Hopping into Game 1 in this very first preseason game of the FaceIT Collegiate Championships. My name is Dan Banner, going to be your host once again here for this matchup. First time St. Clair gets to play the University of Buffalo of all time, I think. If we've played before, it's been a long time. So looking forward to seeing how this game turns out. As on the right-hand side here, the bands are currently underway. Map number 1 is going to be the Thorn from St. Clair's side from yesterday. We're going to be going to Oregon for Game 1. Maybe with matchup with University of Akron. Maybe St. Clair's got themselves a good strategy, a bit of a warm-up on a map that they normally do not get to play on. And it should be a interesting one as well. This matchup that we're seeing here today, other than it being with University of Buffalo instead, is basically the reverse in regards to map order. And we have, of course, Oregon's going to be first. We have Cafe for number 2. And Game 3, Coastline. So complete opposites as we hop into the game. Of course, big thank you to the sponsors that make Saints Gaming possible. Of course, St. Clair College Alumni Association, Student Representative Council, Zuckelman School of Business and IT, EC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. Thank you so much for your support of the program. Would not be able to do without you.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Activating camera. Bomb secured. Camera feed up and running.
Evil eye on watching.
You can stop burning from grenades. Please device. You guys are burning the grenades now.
Starting lineup for these teams for the side of University of Buffalo, who will be starting on attack. We have Civ Kerman currently on the ace, looking like he's going to be the art diffuser carrier as well. We have Grim Facade, Jason Momoa's hitbox,
Locate a bomb and defuse.
Locky, and Zemezi on the side of Buffalo. Meanwhile, on the side of St. Clair, the same squad you saw yesterday. We have Kira, we have JM Beast, Rapid, Big Papa, and Domo Cookie Bear as we get underway with this very first attack.
I see it.
Bomb located by attackers.
Of course, because we've never gotten the chance to see the University of Buffalo in action. Not exactly sure how their skill level is in regards to seeds or anything like that. We'll have to see how this goes. It's going to be Locky going to even this one up pretty quick. Domo got a quick kill, but at least gets traded out here for this side of Buffalo. Rapid meeting Grim Facade with a shotgun. Locky's going to be thinking twice about jumping into that room, that's for sure. Getting ops go towards the front doors. Shots fired. It's going to be Kerman from the left-hand side. Jason Momoa's hitbox not too far away as well. I got to figure out a short form for that one. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day. Kerman going to be droning out as Locky starts moving in ever so slightly. And hitbox here going to be trying to get some extra poke from the side. Rapid getting a tiny bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Just over a minute left here in this very first round. Buffalo going to be moving forward momentarily, I would assume. Definitely have to get something started. There may be a player down, but that's not too bad in this situation.
Activating summer sequence.
You see Kerman blowing a hole through that reinforced wall. That could be their ticket out of here. Gonna have to see as this goes on. Jason Momoa's hitbox near the B side. Meanwhile, it's going to be now for Locke. He moves forward. He's just going to fire off that breaching round right at one of the Saints players. Try and catch him on the flank around. Shots fired. That's going to be killed by Big Papa. Kira going to get traded out pretty quickly, however. It's down to Hitbox and Kerman. Kerman nearly having an angle. Hitbox spots one of the members of St. Clair and is not going to win that gunfight, as that is going to be JM Beast getting the jump onto Hitbox. It's all down to one player. However, he's coming in, jumping through that hole and spraying and praying. It's a 1v1. Kerman versus Big Papa. Buffalo somehow spinning this around. They're going to have to force the plant. It's just a matter of time before Big Papa finds them, and sure enough, is going to light them up before that diffuser goes down. Kerman's not going to have any chance to retaliate. And St. Clair going to start off strong. Not a bad start so far for St. Clair, of course, going up 1-0 after that very first round. Granted, big props to Buffalo as they were able to bring that, was a 1v3 all the way down to the last 1v1, but they kind of just ran out of time near the end there. And we're already seeing the 6th pick into the clash here from JM Beast. This was a last-second niche pick that he tried up against Akron during the match last night. And it was doing okay, but we only really got to see it on one instance. And a little bit of execution error caused that play to go awry. But they did have the morning and the early afternoon here to prep and maybe give this clash another shot here. Meanwhile, everyone else on the Saints squad on some pretty comfortable picks, it seems. As we get on with the attack, and we got shots fired. Somebody's jumping out the building. Facade nearly going down. That's going to be a little bit scary there for Facade's IQ. Try and drone after the fact. However, they're not careful. Just catch you while you're droning. Hitbox from the rooftops. Meanwhile, everybody else seems to be on the ground floor here for the University of Buffalo. They do see the clash. That's what they're trying to deal with right now. Zamazi going to be trying to get something started. That's going to be a huge nitro cell coming out here from Domo, as he's going to put a ton of damage onto Zamezi and secure the kill onto Locky. Now, as Zamezi was looking to try and make a play with the Nomad charges, Domo's just going to run out there and finish him off. So some aggressive plays coming out here from Domo to really jumpstart the St. Clair defense, as there's a 3v5 and Facade's so low, like blow over at the slightest impact of a bullet. Seems like Buffalo waiting for Jason Momoa's hitbox to slowly get his way into position, possibly give them an opening, maybe another angle to try and deal with this clash here from JM Beast. Yeah, he's just an absolute wall here for that door. And they seem pretty dead set on coming through here, so it would be a quick shortcut into the site, but they might have to think of something different. Kerman finally moving around here. He was standing pretty still for a while. Rapid going to shut down Hitbox. So if they were waiting for Hitbox to try and make some sort of opening for them, some sort of play, well, that is not going to be happening. Looks like we're going to catch JM Beast moving back a little bit, however, as he moves up to the next floor. It's going to be their chance to try and blow through this doorway finally. We see the ace charges coming through, but from the rooftops. Hello, Domo getting himself, I think, 4 out of the 5 kills in that round. Beautifully done from him and the rest of the Saints squad. Really catching Buffalo with their pants down, just not sure what the heck to do in that situation. Completely mind-boggled by the clash, could not get around it to the point where Domo had all the time in the world to just do whatever he wanted. Now, during the match versus Akron that we saw yesterday here on Oregon, it was basically just constantly bouncing between the kids' room and the laundry room as the 2 defensive sites that players were taking, but that one was also a very back and forth battle to the point where, like, the defense wasn't as not one-sided, but they didn't win so many times in a row, so they were able to go back to the sites they like. This time, we're going to the meeting rooms. The first time we've seen Saints hold this site. Curious how they're going to pull this one off. In regards of operators, it's pretty well the same, except JM Beast back on that comfort pick, back on that Maestro. Sure, we'll see those turrets come down a moment's notice.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Now, in that last round, Facade got kind of caught out by a part of a run out as well. And he does actually see Domo going forward. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And there is going to be no shame here for Facade. Catching Domo with the aggressive push. Good adjustment.
Bomb located by attack.
Buffalo trying to go through the windows. It's going to be Zemezi moving forward first. Going to be taking the stairwell here in this tower. A drone out Sermon. Okay, gonna get moving slowly down the hatch. Gonna take out the camera real fast and then start setting themselves up here for this attack. Not too far away from the site itself. Bit of an awkward angle to try and get at. Saints members are, of course, nearby, ready for the defense. The ace charges coming out here from Furman as well. Gonna possibly give 2 angles of attack here onto the site. Nomad charges in place here from Zemezi, looking for any flankers. However, the extremely aggressive one, which was of course Domo, got taken out extremely quick in that run-out attempts gone wrong, where Facade shut him down.
Bomb has been located.
Minute left on the clock. This one could get messy. Let's see how confident play from Buffalo is. Here guarding the hatches. JMB's on the same duty. Rapid ready with that SMG. I don't get to see. Hitbox leading them in with the drone. Does spot out one of them. Kermit going to be the first one in, actually. Shots fired. Going to trade 1-for-1 with Facade. More shots fired, however, from the stairwell, from the basement. That one's going to be Big Papa securing that one. And Rapid in the best way that Rapid knows. Shotgun to the face. JMB's going to be going down, though. Zemezi takes him out. Diffuser is down on site. It's going to be Hitbox picking it up. Tries to win the gunfight. Not going to happen. Rapid's there for the shotgun. Blasts him. Is going to be traded out. Zemezi does manage to take down Rapid, but Big Papa coming in clutch to clean that one up. A scary little defense last second there from St. Clair. That was definitely a doable attack from Buffalo. Had they got themselves a couple, or had that gunfight went a different way, they would have won that one before the timer went out. If anything, I feel like St. Clair possibly could have gotten away with being more defensive and just letting the timer expire. But at the end of the day, they took care of that one nonetheless. Now, as much as I would have popped off to see a Warden, we're probably not going to see that get locked in here from JMB's. Unfortunately, Warden just not the most useful of operators here. Because of that, that also means that Tomo, in his aggressive nature, bringing out Seymour's favorite operator. You've got the Cavi coming out in this round. Normally not seeing competitive play unless you know that you're confident in your ability. Because the idea with Cavi is that you don't necessarily take people out, but you put them into a knockdown state. Then you can go up there and you can interrogate them, which in turn will eventually eliminate the player that you're interrogating. But two, it also exposes the location of everybody on the opposing team. Then you can just follow up from there. But it is pretty high risk, high reward. It is very scary play to try and make for a competitive match here. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to seeing what he tries to pull off on this defense. You know, Fasad's going to be looking for those runouts. Looking for Domo, is still in the stairwell. Not going to be trying anything super aggressive this time. Hitbox blowing through the front door. That may be their entry this time by. Domo and Kira going to be teaming up, actually, it looks like here. Possibly the duo looking to make themselves an aggressive play. Actually going back down towards the basement, so thinking otherwise on it. But the duo roamers, an interesting little style here from St. Clair. Good little angle there for Rapid in case somebody starts going through the window. Domo sneaking around. He's got Jam Beast nearby for backup. He's going to actually take a peek, but nobody home. They're actually right around the wall, so not this time for JM. Still has a camera available. Going to pop it onto the door. Probably not exactly where he would have wanted it. He can still try and get some information. Would just barely be able to see the barrel, I think, of the gun if you would just look to the left. But that was a pretty hard spot to notice. And there we go. Domo moving forward, and Saints going to trade one for one. Domo's still out there, does get taken down by Lockie. So before any interrogation could go down, St. Clair members are getting taken out, and Buffalo are going to tell Saints to take that cocky play and just shove it, as it's now a 2v4. Big Papa and Rapid going to clean things up for the Saints if they're going to win this round. Looks like they're starting to show up near Big Papa. He's going to find Hitbox, but he's going to be surrounded if he's not careful. Literally sitting at 1 HP here. Literally a speck of dust hits him in the face and he goes down at this point. Rapid Nitro Cell ready and waiting. Nobody really nearby at the moment, however. 3v2. 10 seconds on the clock. Rapid at the front door. Big Papa making this threatening. However, Furman's gotten the opportunity to get himself onto the defusing position. Does plant it. Rapid does end up finding the Nitro Cell needed to stop that plant. So beautifully done from Rapid, able to take that outnumbered situation and the overall cocky nature of that play from St. Clair and still turn that one into a win. Definitely unfortunate there for the University of Buffalo. With the player advantage that they had, I would have been, or I wouldn't have been surprised, rather, if they decided to get aggressive maybe a little bit earlier. But they still opted to go on the last couple seconds, and it really cost them there because one pick just timed them out. Absolutely zero room for error with a play like that, so getting punished that time.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And Clair looking to try and keep this flawless defense going now that we're back here in the basement. And Buffalo had a couple moments of, like, you can tell they were making the proper adjustments necessary. I know I keep bringing up Facade, like dealing with Domo's aggression. The runouts from St. Clair have been either negative or traded evenly. And with Domo now on the dock, that is another operator that you would normally expect to fire off a run out. So I'm curious as to what happens here. Whatever they were thinking down there is going to be spotted out. There was a drone on site, but JM Beast is back to the clash. A big wall in front of the front door once again here. Definitely looks like it's a site-specific thing. And then with Domo right behind him, completely shielded by Clash. Okay, good little stun grenade, though. Going to mess things up a little bit here for St. Clair. Domo's going to be forced to go backwards. MB's still out there, but of course, Domo can just top himself back off. The perk of running the dock in this situation.
Defender is exposed.
And as soon as they stun him up, they start blasting onto JM Beast. He's nearly going to be going down. Less than 10 health remaining. Tell you what, Buffalo's dealing with this a little bit better than last time. Domo at least right there as well to top off JM Beast, even though he took a decent chunk of health. Doc's going to be able to heal him up.
Defender exposed. Bomb located by attackers.
And with, once again, all this going down, some of the other members on the side of Buffalo are going to be forced to try and move elsewhere. What do they try to do in this situation here? Facade looking for someone around the corner. There is somebody nearby on the side of Saints, but not that close.
My device is planted.
Defender has been discovered.
Okay, so Samoan Hitbox going to be charging onto site, but with the backup from Zemezi, Big Papa is going to go down. They finally seem to have breached the site. Kira getting lit up a bit, and that's going to be him getting knocked down. Domo getting peppered as well. Tried to save him, did not quite happen though. Domo trading with Facade, takes out Jason Momoa's Hitbox as well. 3 on 3 with 30 seconds left. Sees the head, gets himself a triple. Domo on fire here. Rapid going to trade 1-for-1. Actually manages to take out JM Beast in the process. And that's always the scary thing when running the clash. Yes, you're behind it. Yes, you're safe. But if you start opening fire, that could go wrong. And Lockie wins the gunfight versus Domo. And that's going to put University of Buffalo on the board. Good reaction there from Lockie. Be able to win that fight. Domo was definitely on fire. He had a good couple engagements, but could not find the fourth one. So finally, at the laundry room, Buffalo are going to try to reverse this momentum as we're almost at halftime here in Game 1. The flawless defense from St. Clair has been scrapped. Going to try that laundry room site once again, but will we see the clash come out this time? We see Domo back on the dock once again. Big Papa on the Oryx. This is going to be a first that I've seen, at least. Of course, one of the somewhat newer operators here into Rainbow Six Siege, or his ability, is basically just to become the Kool-Aid Man and bust through doors or possibly just straight up tackle opponents. I'll be very, very curious to see how St. Clair opts to use this this operator up against Buffalo.
Camera feed up and running.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Changing mag!
5 seconds left. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Off we go, round number 6. Let's see. We got some odd, or it's not all kind of odd. Oryx is definitely an odd pick there for Big Papa. Definitely something I'll be keeping an eye on.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Domo looking for some spawn peeks, poking a wall or poking a hole through the barricade. Does spot the one and absolutely lights him up. Again, poor Facade being the victim of the spawn peek. Papa getting a little bit of damage done, but not too badly. Gunfights here in the lower area, as that's Kerman and Lockie. Alongside, I believe that was Mezzi with them as well. Nice shot from Lockie. Looks for the second one, going to get lit up, however. Not going to be able to find it. Domo once again. Absolutely popping off in regards to kills so far in this matchup. JMB's taking some heat here. Does have a nitro cell available if he wants to try and whip it. He's going to try and just engage outside anyway, but he does have the backup from Domo. Of course, not only is he an absolutely slaying machine here in this game, he is the Doc, so he can top people off on health. I think it's a total of 3 times in a round. Herman hitboxed and Zemezi to try and close this one up for Buffalo. See if they can get this to at least a 4-2 game at the half. Going to be a difficult one nonetheless here. Kira on the stairwell. He doesn't realize there's somebody right there on the stairwell alongside them. Did they see that come out? They're going to see the flashbang. They're going to turn aside just in time. Both of them are actually flashbanged, but I'm not sure if the member of Buffalo realized that. I think that was Zemezi. Had a perfect flashbang, but opted not to go for it. Shots fired. It's going to beat Domo. Can he find himself a second? He does knock down JMB, so far, getting 2 kills on this engagement alone. Big Papa coming through the wall and absolutely making that Oryx work for him. That's exactly how you're supposed to use that operator, and that's what I like to see. It was almost like a trap. And Kira with the double kill to close things out as well. That was cute. I liked that. So focused on the battle at the bottom of that stairwell, they don't expect that someone's going to literally blitz through the door behind you and just blast you right after that. So, solid job here. That Echo has to be 6 picked off of, because of course Echo is still glitched, is going to have to be taken away. And this is going to be a problem, it looks like, unless it is not in the FaceIT rule set. We'll have to see momentarily. That could be a dispute. They do realize their mistake, so they're going to take care of him right away. So that's a rough way to start off your attack for Buffalo. They do catch it before anything like too crazy does happen. And okay, I like the way that they're going to deal with this, because of course the problem with Echo in this current state is that there's something wrong with his drones, or I think they're either invincible or something. Something is definitely bugged. So they're going to kill off the drones, and it'll just be Echo as a body, as a standard player with no ability, which is probably the nicest way this could have been handled without straight up forcing Buffalo to TK their own player. Of course, TK, like, team kill them. Interesting attack here for St. Clair. The double shield with 2 operators that are able to absolutely blitz onto a point. And then Kira on the sledge. Nukamaru, Blitz, and Monty all here to play. And here comes Domo and Big Papa, the 2 shields moving forward. Going to be a very scary spot. Domo going to just straight up win the pistol fights. Gets 2 by himself. Rapid also there, just firing into the site alongside Domo. Big Papa taking a decent chunk of damage. Going to find 2 kills for himself. And what a blitz attack. Beautifully done there from St. Clair. That's the first I saw them try that kind of style. Now, of course, we see Monty a handful of times here in competitive play, but we usually do not see Blitz. His shield is nowhere near as large as Monty's, but his whole ability is that if he gets close to somebody, his shield basically has a built-in flashbang. So with everybody so close, trying to stay behind the clash of, I think it was Zemezis, that was absolutely prime timing there for a Blitz flashbang, and that caused all sorts of chaos. And now that puts St. Clair to match point very quickly here at the start of this half. We're going to have to see if this composition coming out of Buffalo is going to be enough. Definitely got a long road ahead of them here. I like seeing the different strategies come out, though. These are probably strategies that they've thought of and have been kind of theory crafting with, but maybe haven't had the opportunity to completely execute. And considering the scoreboard, you do have some time. If you really wanted to give it a shot, try it for a round or 2. See if it'll work.
10 seconds remaining.
You never know, it might be such a weird strategy that you might be able to steal a round off.
5 seconds
And
left.
they're able to do it last time. We'll get to see if they get to try it here. The Iana coming out here from Kira. Jam Beast on the Blitz again. Domo on the Monty again. This time we have Big Papa on the Lion. And Rapid's going to be playing Amaru. So, of course, what adds on like a different variation of the composition with the Blitz coming in, now that this drone has been called from Big Papa, if anybody moves on the side of Buffalo, it is going to expose their location. Like a big old game of red light, green light. Rapid finds one, going to be traded out. He may have gotten shot in the back by a partner. No, it was actually Locky. JMB's going to find one with a pistol as well. Stuck in the smoke. That's one way to try and deal with shields. E1D coming back out once again. Of course, that is Lion's drone. Tries to get an angle. However, Locky going to shut down Kira. So Iana off the table. And that's a rough spot to be in. I don't know if Jambeast flashbangs his own teammate, but Domo's going to find himself a double. Monty versus Clash. This I never expected to see. And the knife, as there's a member from St. Clair on both sides. A very interesting style of attack here on Oregon for St. Clair. The double shield really putting in some work. Domo Cookie Bear with 18 kills at the end of that game. Absolutely brutal pop-off coming out from him, but the entire Saints gaming squad doing a fantastic job in that game. Making this a very quick one. Nearly a flawless round, but not quite. Now, of course, Game 2 going to be underway in just a few moments, as we're going to be going to Cafe, and it's going to be Saints on the attack this time. Will some of those odd strategies come out again for Cafe? We'll have to see. Stick around and we'll find out momentarily.